Hey y'all, welcome back to Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection on the one and only Mike and Juju's Smoke Room. I am, of course, your friend and your host, Leah. Does his checkbook have cobwebs? Does he squeak when he walks? Did he miss his calling as Scrooge McDuck? Let's see what this woman says about her tight-ass husband.
Dear Leah, I need help with a situation that's making me feel trapped and suffocated in my own home. My husband has become obsessively controlling about our family budget, and I don't know how to handle this anymore. When we first got married 5 years ago, we agreed that since he made more money than I did, that he would handle the finances. I was happy to let him take the lead. I've never been great at numbers, and he seemed to enjoy organizing our money. But what started as him managing our finances has turned into him micromanaging every penny I spend. I now have to ask permission for everything, and I mean everything. Last week, I wanted to buy our daughter a $12 book at the grocery store. Yeah, he made me put it back because it wasn't in the budget, and I can't grab coffee with my friends, buy new underwear, even when mine are falling apart, or even purchase tampons without getting the third degree about whether it's necessary or not, or if I've shopped around for the best price. He sets up a weekly system where I get weekly allowance of $150 for groceries and any personal expenses. If I go over my even a few dollars, I have to explain every purchase with receipts. He checks our bank statements daily and questions me about every transaction. Last month, he interrogated me for 20 minutes about a $3.47 charge at the pharmacy that simply turned out to be tax on my prescription medication. Meanwhile, he regularly buys expensive tools, gadgets, and goes out for drinks with his coworkers without ever consulting me. When I pointed this out, he said that his purchases are investments or networking for his career, while mine are just frivolous, useless spending. The worst part is how he has started to involve our 8-year-old daughter. He tells her things like, Mommy wanted to waste money on unnecessary things when I ask for basic household items. He's teaching her that I'm irresponsible with money, and she's even started questioning my purchases as well. I'll try talking to him about how humiliating this feels, but he says I'm being dramatic and that he's being financially responsible for our family. He points out that we have a good savings account and no debt, which is true, but I feel like a child asking for lunch money rather than an equal partner in this marriage. I work part-time and I contribute to this household's income, but he treats my money like it's his to control too. I've started hiding small amounts of cash just so I can buy my daughter something special or grab lunch with a friend, which makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though it's my own money. I love my husband, and I know he thinks he's protecting our financial future, but I feel like I've lost all autonomy and dignity. I can't even buy groceries without anxiety of whether he'll approve of my choices. Is this normal? Am I being ungrateful for financial security? Or is this as controlling as it feels? How do I address this without making him angry or defensive? I'm scared that if I push too hard, he'll take away what little freedom that I do have left. Sincerely, walking on financial eggshells.
Well, dear, walking on financial eggshells, what you're describing, that's not financial responsibility. That is financial abuse. Your husband has systematically stripped away your financial autonomy and dignity. And you need to understand that this is a serious form of domestic abuse that affects millions of people. Let me be absolutely clear. Requiring your adult spouse to ask permission to buy tampons, that is not normal. Interrogating you about prescription medication tax while he freely spends on his own wants, that's not fair financial management. Using your child as a weapon to shame you about your money, that is not protecting your financial future of your family. That's psychological manipulation. Financial abuse often starts gradually, just like yours did, with the abuser positioning themselves as the responsible money manager. But healthy financial partnerships, it involves mutual respect, transparency that goes both ways, and equal access to the family's resources, regardless of who earns more money. The fact that you're hiding small amounts of cash tells me everything that I need to know about how oppressive this situation has become. You shouldn't have to sneak around to buy your daughter a book or your financial basic necessities. That's some bullshit. Here's what you need to do immediately. You need to keep records of his controlling behavior, take photos of the receipts that he questions, note dates and details of his financial restrictions. This documentation, it may be crucial later. Open a bank account in your name at a different bank. Even if you can only put a small amount in it here and there, you need access to money that he cannot monitor or control. You need to contact the National Domestic Violence Hotline.
1-800-799-7233.
They have specialists that are trained in financial abuse who can help you create a safety plan and help you connect with local resources. His behavior toward your daughter is teaching her that women do not deserve financial equality or respect. This pattern could affect her future relationships. Consult a divorce attorney about your rights and your options, even if you're not ready to leave. Many of these attorneys offer free consultations, and you need to understand your legal position when it comes to the marital assets that y'all have acquired. You're not being dramatic, and you're not being ungrateful. You are being abused. You're being financially abused, and it's escalating very quickly. The fact that he involves your daughter, it has me convinced that he's convinced you to question your own reality. That shows how manipulative that this situation has become. A loving partner, they do not make their spouse beg for basic needs while they freely spend on themselves. A healthy relationship includes financial discussions, not financial domination. You deserve better. Your daughter deserves better. She deserves to see that her mother is treated with respect and equality. Please reach out for help. You don't have to navigate this alone. I really appreciate you reaching out to me. Let me know how this goes, and if you need any help, just reach out to somebody. I'm wishing you strength, courage, and I'm wishing you love. Everyone else out there, thanks for joining me tonight. Remember to keep the faith glowing, the love letters flowing, and always cherish the love that you're showing. This is Love Letters with Leah, your weekly dose of affectionate connection. Be sure to spread the love by hitting the like and the subscribe buttons and the shiny notification bell. Make sure you smash on that thing, just so you know when we go live or put out new content. And go over and check out our merchandise and our other videos. And I'll see you next week for your next Love Infusion.